I now invite our next speaker, Tyson. Tyson, she's a qualified lawyer, a yoga teacher, spiritual healer and therapist, and she's taught yoga for 26 years and initiated as a sannyasi by Swami Satyanand Saraswati from the Bihar School of Yoga. She's guided by her guru and she's lived for 7 years at the Spiritual Healing Center in UK, where she's trained and worked. And she's a qualified senior practitioner with the British Register of Complementary Medicine, as well as a healer counselor. She's a full healer member of the National Federation of Spiritual Healers, and she's now settled in Goa, establishing a yoga and healing center. So she will be talking today on yoga, the way to a healthy life.
Sorry, everybody, I have never done this before. I have to just let you know that I'm not used to speaking like this, so please just bear with me. I shall do my best, okay? So what I'd like to start off with actually is helping you to experience some yoga. I'd like you all to just move your chair slightly away from the person next to you and to take your shoes off. Glasses, just please take your glasses off. Your bags also behind you underneath the chair. Okay, so there is often a misconception about yoga that to even start practicing yoga you have to at least have some fairly slim body and have some degree of flexibility, and that you then have to engage in rather vigorous exercises. And I just want to introduce you to actually what yoga should really be about, which is a very quieter way of doing a practice with complete focus and actually working with the more subtle and smaller areas of the body also to develop. Sorry, speaker. Sorry, can you hear me? So, and it's actually very important to start with the smaller parts of our body to first of all start to move the pranic energy, which I know many people have been talking about both today and yesterday. So I'm going to just get you to gently work with your toes this afternoon and actually experience yoga, which is on one level is union of the mind with the body. Alright, so we're going to close the eyes, just sit comfortably, have your feet on the floor, so the soles of your feet are touching the ground, and just let your palms be downwards on your knees. Alright, just place them down. And I want you to just close the eyes. So as you close the eyes, you're going to notice that immediately you've actually left behind most outside experiences. And I want you to notice how simple it is actually to leave the world behind. The mind may be distracted still a little bit by the sounds of the fans and the room, anything else in the room around you. So you just notice these outside experiences just for a moment or two. But also notice that there is a sense of relief with the eyes closed. And this is because the mind is actually quite happy to leave outside experiences behind. And as you have left outside experiences behind, this naturally brings the mind to be able to focus towards the experience of your body. So I'd like you to feel your body. Feel it sitting in the chair. Feel the sensation of the touch of your body against the chair. Feel the sensation of your feet against the floor. And you may notice that this mind is distracted a little still, other experiences, thoughts may come into the mind, and you just acknowledge that thought, and you bring the focus of the mind back to your body. And at this moment you're feeling your feet on the floor. And focus now into your right foot and the toes of your right foot. And very gently, I want you to bring the toes of the right foot up towards you, towards the body, just stretching them up. You can bring the foot onto the heel if it becomes easier to do it this way. And then I want you to move the toes down and clench them as if you're clenching your fist. So you curl the toes up, down. And then you're going to do the same again, very slowly. Bring the toes up towards your body, and then curl them down and squeeze them. And then do it one more time. And then just rest, relax your foot. And feel in your toes, just continue to feel into your toes. Now we're going to move to the left foot, so take the focus of your mind to your left foot. And breathe, and bring the toes towards the body, just gently moving your toes towards the body. And then curl them away, squeezing them tightly together. And do this slowly 2 more times. And just notice if any other thoughts come into the mind as you're doing this practice. And then bring the mind back to your toes. And then just rest the left toes and feel into your toes. And now do both feet together, so both sets of toes, gently moving towards your body. Feel and stretch the toes, and then curl them away, clenching them tightly. 3 times. Feeling into your toes. And then rest and keep the mind with your toes. And just notice any sensations that are arising in your toes. And you may just notice that there is definitely a change in sensation in the toes, perhaps a slight warmth or a tingling. Also, just observe anything that may be arising in the mind, any thoughts that may come as you're working with your toes, with your body. Now I want you to just take your awareness to your breath. And I want you to notice how you are breathing. Just observing whether your breath is deep or shallow, whether it is regular or irregular. Does your breath flow freely, or do you feel some kind of restriction? Just noticing how you are breathing. And then also notice that as you continue to breathe and focus on the breath, actually this body is starting to relax a little bit and to settle. You'll notice that with the sensation of the outward breath, there is this feeling of letting go. So just continue with the gentle, natural rhythm of your breath and this feeling of letting go with the outward breath. And feel the body just sinking deeper into the chair. Again, still there may be thoughts arising in your mind of recent experiences, things that you have to do. Even suddenly something may arise from the past. And you just notice this, observing whatever is arising. And notice that you can observe your thoughts. Now focusing on the breath once more, and again I want you to come back to your toes, and we're now going to do the same practices, but this time with the breath. So as you breathe in, I want you to start bending the toes on the right foot towards the body, and as you then need to breathe out, you slowly curl them away and squeeze them. So now your movement is following the breath. Slow, gentle movement, opening and stretching the toes with the inward breath, and then curling and squeezing the toes as you breathe out.